Ichu, your camera is not on, and your audio is not on as well. All right. So what I see we have 1, 2, 3. We have 10 of us on, so we should go ahead and start.
Okay.
One person just came now. I think that's Charlie Ewan. All right, let's go ahead and start. Can somebody help us with opening prayers before we get started? Anybody? Any volunteers?
Okay, let me do it.
Okay, please go ahead, Mike. Yes.
Yeah. In Jesus' name we pray. Father in heaven, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, we lift your name so high because you are worthy to be praised. Thank you, Father, once more for an opportunity like this given unto us to meet again. Father, we thank you for our various families. We thank you, O Lord, for our grace upon us. Lord, once more we pray that the Holy Spirit come and direct us as we go about this meeting. From start to finish, may the Holy Spirit direct all our activities, that at the end your name will be glorified. Lord, once more, we ask for wisdom to go about things, but without wisdom, we cannot move forward. But I want even those who are going to join us afterward, may our Spirit see them through. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mike. That was very good prayers. Straight to the point. So the second item is we introduce a new item that we're going to try to do each meeting. The second item is to sing our college anthem and then to sing also our college song. So this is the time we're going to test all those guys, who remember the lyrics of our songs. And for the college song, I'm gonna project it up that you can see. But for the college anthem, we just sing just the first verse.
You're going to project what on the screen?
Huh?
What are you going to project on the screen?
For the college song with St. Joseph, after we sing the anthem first.
People they don't know the song.
I'm telling you, who they don't know?
Who don't know that song?
Well, I just want the background vocal. We're going to sing on that. I think it's nice. That's all.
Just be prepared to hear.
All right.
A woman cannot actually forget.
You never forget at all.
I think the closest to those who are in the choir, John Camadrin is not here. The closest to those who are in the choir is
Charlie.
Somebody can do that. Oh, I mean, Charlie, of course. Charlie. Of course. So
Armstrong don't know anything again with that thing there.
No, I've been sing well.
There we go. So let's go. Charlie, lead us.
Near the Boya mountain, high above the sea. Sing. Near the Boya mountain, high above the sea. St. Joseph's College, a place for you and me. This year that we learn biology and geometry and chemistry in the mountain
That's it. That's more like we had all the bass and all the humming also.
All the humming.
That's good. Okay, so with St. Joseph Evanet to guide us, just 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to use that.
We don't know the lyrics too.
No, let's use this as a
Alicia's Cameroon don't make you fresh, yeah?
No, I don't come back.
Now you're talking, I don't say you don't come back. I say Cameroon don't make you fresh. You don't look fresher.
I'll bring you your Mangoro.
Aha, they keep on fine.
Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go now with the
I'm there for meeting.
with St. Joseph to guide us.
President.
Oh.
Lead example, yeah. You know, like what we sing for success.
Exactly, be different.
I know this thing. I know this. I don't come across this. They are not the same.
They're talking about St. Joseph ever need to guide me.
I am saved.
You can change it to us.
You get other small things.
Brother Charlie, why don't you go ahead? Just tune the song then.
It's St. Joseph ever yet.
Charlie, go ahead.
We are saved. One, two, three, sing. We St. Joseph ever yet to guide us. We are saved, whatever may betide us. From the storms and tempests, He will guide us in the hollow of His hands. In the of His hands. In the hollow of His hands.
Annette,
We are saved.
bring me a chair.
Whatever
Bring me a chair.
betide us in the hollow of His hands.
Yeah, we don't try.
Good job.
I actually sang my own version in the hollow of Clyde.
I was expecting that.
I was wondering where that was coming from.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's good. It's just help reconnect and just reminisce.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the next item on the agenda now is the adoption of the agenda. The agenda was posted by the secretary. Everyone had it. I'll just read it very quick. So prayer, college anthem, college song, adoption of agenda. Here, I'm going to mute everybody just for now. I just muted everybody just for now. So after adoption of the agenda is welcome remarks, then highlights of the June 27 minutes, the matters arising from the June 27 minutes, adoption of minutes, report of regional branches, investment discussion, membership and WhatsApp forum, and then other matters. Is there anything else that you want to put on the agenda, or do we want to move things around? Otherwise, you can look at it also on your WhatsApp. If the agenda is fine as is, before we even adopt the agenda, we need to have somebody take the minutes, because nobody's taking minutes right now. Yes, I'm recording the meeting.
I'm taking the minutes.
Okay, thank you, Genius.
I did wait my pay.
Yeah, Kulu really need to pay you big time. Yes. Okay, so do we have any requests for any modification? Otherwise, we need a motion for approval of the minutes as is.
Please, I have an issue.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know whether it should be under general, because I wanted us to talk a bit about the Jangi, because our bylaws give us room to organize a monthly contribution.
Okay.
So I don't know whether it should come under general or it should be a separate item by itself.
Let me put as a separate item, that we don't have it diluted. So I'll put it number 11 before number 12 is going to be moved to other matters, and then number 11 is going to be Jangi. So discussion on Jangi, number 11. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Anything else? Okay. So with that amendment, we need a motion for approval of the minutes. And if you want to speak, just unmute yourself. Okay, Charlie.
I also have an issue.
Okay.
In the minute, it was mentioned that I was absent, but I remember I was in the last meeting. Even though I came late, I came maybe 30 minutes late, but I was present. No. But in the minute, it was mentioned that I was absent.
Mike, that's going to come when we talk about the highlights of the minutes. So we can correct it before we adopt the minutes. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Charlie, I see your hand is up. So you are moving a motion for approval of the agenda as is, right? After the amendment.
I second the adoption.
Okay, so let the Genius, let the minutes reflect that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So great. So now the next item is the welcome remarks from the chair, the president. Again, once more, I'm always looking forward to this day. You know, every the last Sunday of every month that we meet and we're able to just think and reminisce and talk and just see each one's face and be able to fellowship with each other. It's such a joy for us to be here each time. We shouldn't take anything for granted. We are blessed, you know, where we are. There are many of our classmates who have not been fortunate, either have passed away or other circumstances. So I just want us to be able to appreciate, you know, every time that we have to be able to get together, you know, as brothers. So again, thank you so much. There are many things that I know you should have been doing or could have been doing, you know, with your time, but you decided to be here, and so we want to appreciate that time that you've taken to be able to be part of this. And this is the only way we can make this work. This group does not depend on any single individual. It's our collective effort. No one is indispensable in this group. It's all about us, and it's our thing. And if something is not working, we can brainstorm, put our heads together, and be able to make it better the way we want it to be. So just thank you again so much, everyone, and I'm looking forward to our meeting today. All right, great. So then the next item is the highlights of our June 27 minutes. So those minutes were posted. As you know, we decided that we're not going to be reading per se, but we can kind of, you know, look at the highlights very quick and just kind of, you know, see some of the things that we talked about. So let's see here. I'll try to. Here, I think the best thing I'll do is let me do this. Now I'm sharing my screen so you can all see the minutes. Okay? And so again, I'm not reading everything. I'm just gonna, so you can just, so we'll talk about the highlights. You can see what we're talking about. As you can see here, so from the main things from the regional reports, you know, there wasn't any news, but I think it was just reiterated that there was a gift, there was a generous gift donation from Dr. Prisco Kembeng, coordinated by Hygienus, and that was to help our brother Edward Ekune, who has some problems in Cameroon. And so there's medication that was provided for 6 months worth of drugs was supplied. Europe, there wasn't. Well, the main thing was that we were planning to have a summer get together in Bulgaria. That was kind of an idea they had. Nigeria, Jude had some network issues. Cameroon, we had an update on registration. And I'll talk about this later on down the road, you know, just in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, what has happened with what you're seeing here. Let's see what else. So repeat. And then we also heard from a brief report from George, you know, following their meeting in Douala. And the following points were proposed, you know, in the meeting, that the regional chapter should be fully functional and need not be replaced by a centralized group. This is what they said during voting. It shouldn't be each member casting his votes, and you know, so I mean, you can read that. And they said that, you know, they talked about leadership of the group being in Cameroon. Then we talked about the final report of the Pangando project. We talked about membership registration, and we had finally came to a resolution with the Cameroon and Nigerian folks, and people have paid. We had a report on the voluntary drive that Europe had organized for IEC, and then also the Cameroon voluntary drive for Anamfak, for Ekune, and for Paul Beseka. This one was suspended. We didn't say anything about this. And then on other matters, Nestor had, you know, we had talked about making sure that all the money that was collected and was earmarked for the specific drive should be channeled to him. Okay, so those are the highlights. Those are the highlights of the of the minutes from June 27. So Mike, Mike.
Yeah.
So so Mike, you said that it was mentioned that you were absent.
Yeah, that I was absent in the minute, but I remember I was present. I came 30, even though I came 30 minutes late, something like that. Yeah, but I was present in the meeting.
No, it says that you're present, Mike. I don't see that you're absent here at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you're present. The minutes show that you're present.
Okay.
You're present.
Sorry for the lapse.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So then the next item we have is matters arising from the June 27 minutes. So matters arising from those minutes that you read already, that was posted, and I just showed you the highlights, and any matters arising from the minutes.
Just forget about the presence. Who is Galaxy Tab A?
No, it's me.
Mike.
Okay, Mike, I got you. And we've got 1224 Mary.
That's Stevie Bangwa.
Okay, I got him also. Okay, good.
Okay. Any matters arising from the minutes?
Mary was so Mary who?
Okay.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yes, Aloysius, go ahead.
Just an observation. We were more than 158 in class, and you can see the attendance. People only come here to post their problems, and when there is time for meeting, we don't see them. It should be noted in the minutes that participation is commensurate to recognition.
Okay.
I rest my case.
Thanks, Alois. It's a good point. Let the minutes reflect that. I think it's very important. I think, we cannot overemphasize this, the importance of this, and everybody has said this before, that the reason for us getting together is not because of any quote-unquote benefits. It's about the camaraderie, what the bond that we share as classmates, brothers. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always looking forward to this day. There's some things that you just reconnect and you just laugh and you feel in a way you feel naked, in the sense that these are people that know you to the core. Okay. Now in your professional world or whatever you're doing, now people know you like, okay, this person that's successful or whatever you're doing, they know you as this person now, but they don't know the real person that you are. Okay. But these people here, these brothers like you guys, are the people that we know each other to the core, so it's a special bond that we share. And this is not something that we can take for granted. So Alois, your point is well taken. And I think that we should take this very seriously and drive this point, that people should recognize that it's not about, what you are quote unquote getting. If that's the reason, then it defeats the whole purpose of us getting together. So,
yeah, Mr. President, I would like to make another comment because we discovered that the meeting is always very bad when people have problems and cases. But when people don't have the participation, I have gone through the roll call, and it is very negligible. I have decided that today I will not even talk, but I'm sorry I have to disappoint you. Participation is commensurate.
Let's go ahead.
And yeah, there are some people who think that they can only come to us when they have a problem. There is nobody in this world without a problem. Most of the benefactors are not even. And it should be noted in the minutes that I said most of the benefactors are not participating members of the association. And there will be a shrink as from now on, because when we come to matter arising, I will hammer on that.
Alois, hammer. I already take note.
No, matters arising, I'm coming.
I don't think I'm easy.
No, it's not matter.
I don't know.
Not a matter about taking easy. What he's saying there is very important to me. We can even start the meeting with that. Yes, we should even start the meeting with that. What Mark is saying there is very, very important. Either we're in this thing together or we leave it. Yes, but for me, for me, even we are 10 of us, let's continue.
Of course.
Yes, those who want to come, they will come. Those who don't want to come, I think we have been speaking about this thing for more than 1 year now. So, as we are 10 of us, let's continue.
Have you say something?
Yes, Charlie, go ahead.
The problem is, I don't know. We don't know what's really happening. Just to take your small 1 minute or 30 seconds to write to the group that Republicans, I will not be, please, I'm sorry, I will not be present because of this. At least that shows you are, at least that shows you are committed. But the negligence, especially as Alvarez has said, the negligence with what is happening with those who have benefited from the group is too alarming. It's too alarming. I've never seen a word. And I'm sorry that I cannot attend. I'm sorry that I cannot attend. I don't know what's happening. No, when problem comes, okay, that's when we see them coming up.
Yeah, we can't say it's only those who have benefited.
No. I am not saying that. What I'm saying is everybody.
Charlie, I'm making a hyperbole.
Yeah.
I have benefited many times from the meeting, and I'm here.
That is it.
That's an example.
Yeah.
And Moki just mentioned a few minutes ago, for example, that he's going to be present, but he's got other engagements at home, which will make it difficult for him to be here throughout the time of.
That is it.
Once in a while, yeah, we have some people. Last meeting, Julio mentioned that he was going to be absent because of other engagements that coincided with the time of our meeting. So once in a while, we have some of those. Some of those alerts. But Alois is right. We should give a great priority to attendance of the meeting outside the period of personal gain. Yes. So that Alois is very right.
True, and then also let me. I think also that there's some excuse absences that we should put in the minutes. So some people reach out to me. But what I do also, in addition to sending the Zoom invites, through the class forum, I send it to individuals as well.
Yes.
So I have two excuse absence, meaning that people that wrote to me personally and said, for example, Eric Cabio is at work, so he cannot be here. So that's an excuse absence. Harry Beseka, is driving back to Yaoundé, so he apologized that he could not make it to the meeting. So at least, if people cannot, put it on the general forum, and they can reach out to, the president or the leadership team and just, some explanation.
Yeah.
I think that's the courtesy of that is important,
Yeah.
But I mean, you cannot avoid it. So, for example, Kome, works on Sunday now, so there's no way you can be here. We get it. But people can just be, I think the point Alois is making is that when people are negligible, just like, I don't care, like, I'm not going to be there, I'm not even going to say a thing. I think that's more troubling. We understand, we are all busy people. If you just say, hey, I cannot make it today because of this reason, that's okay. Your life does not revolve around this meeting. We get that. But just for you not to say a thing at all, and then you're not showing up, that's a problem.
True.
Can the secretary write a small letter to all the branch presidents?
I'm going to note it down. I'm going to note a request for the secretary to write it out. The secretary
he's here.
I'm taking notes.
Okay, good. Okay.
He should formally write on behalf of the group to all the branch, to all the regional presidents, informing them of this decision that we are making.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay. Just a comment, real quick there, guys.
Yeah, Julio.
I think that's a very good point of discussion. Seeing the number currently at Zoom year 13. I'm just wondering also, has anyone spoken to any of the people who have not been participating? What is their reason behind not showing up? Do we know anything about that? Because maybe those who are been regular, maybe we have a problem that we need to address. I'm just saying, is there anything we can do, or they're just like not just interested? I'm not talking about those who ask for something. I'm talking about general, because we have a lot of classmates all over the place and we don't see them here. I'm very excited. That's why I do everything to attend. I may not be fully today, but I'm just questioning if we.
That's a very good point, Julio. Yes. So let me answer that question. So the answer to that question is twofold. One is guys, just mute yourself if you're not speaking, so you can reduce your background noise. So the first answer to the question is that for the people that I send messages to directly, I mean, so like I said, I really do send, this same thing to people individually. Those are those numbers I have. And, some people don't say a thing about it. They don't reply. So, the question is, do they even see it? I don't know that. So then the next part of that question is, I don't know, because I would say that for the most part, I've spoken to some people directly on the phone. I've spoken to Anafak Emmanuel many times, like, hey, will you join the meeting? And most often is that, for the times I've spoken to him, there's a SOBA meeting in Yaoundé that's going on, and it's in the same meeting, or there's some other meeting, or he's with his minister somewhere, and so on. So, but that's the only person that, but the other people, I'll call them, and then sometimes they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, then, then they join. But you are making a very good point, because I think that we need to find out, and this is not only on me or the leadership. If you know your friends, all right, you have people that you have numbers with, some people directly more than others. Like, for example, Charlie can say, hey, I'm not seeing Andy here. We are both in Italy. And so, hey, I don't know what's happening. Hey, Andy, we have the meeting going on now. What's happening? And so those kinds of things. I think we should all take the responsibility of, reaching out, to our brothers and just ask, hey, what's happening? And the point you make about just asking, is there something on the line that's making people not to show up? That's something that we need to know. But at this point, I would say that maybe, it could be naivete. I don't know that. Nobody has told me anything. Or if there's anything, then, it's not been expressed. So please, I think this is on all of us. Let's try to be able to reach out to our friends. Njiki I've tried Njiki many times. I even sent him the thing when he was in Cameroon visiting, and I spoke to him, and he said he was going to join. And, so I don't know. I mean, we need some ideas what else we can do, besides the one-on-one, reaching out to people. Mike, I see your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something to what you just said. I personally believe that most of those guys, they are not really they're not really engaged, because I've also talked to some of them. I think Alois can bear me witness. Somebody like Njiki Kala is very aware, but he's not so much engaged. But whenever
I've done more than you.
Somebody also like Ben Sakem. I don't know whether it's because of work or I don't know, but they are aware that we have our meeting every last Sunday of the month. So I don't know. Some of them, it's just that it's just negligence. It's not that we're not talking to them. So
right,
it's funny. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree. And even Ben Sakem, I spoke to him. I speak to him, and I spoke to him. I sent him the message again today that we're having a meeting, but I didn't get a response. From him on WhatsApp. So,
Mr. President, I'm sorry to come in.
Mm-hmm.
We are not. I have been saying this, and let me say it again for the last time, because I will never repeat my statement. Mm-hmm. We are not a traditional or cultural association. We are an alma mater. We will draw a line. Those who are in should be in. Those who want to stay out, we'll leave them out. Because as I speak to you now, I'm not in my house. I'm in an occasion. I'm in the kitchen. I'm conscious that there is a meeting.
Yeah,
this is not my background.
Of course.
I'm conscious that there's a meeting. There are people that are dancing right in front of me. I cannot join them. But we have this idea of may we just leave and may we just leave. And for how long are we going to continue like this?
That's the problem. It's too much.
If you draw a straight line, if you are in, you are in. If you are out, you are out. And those who are out, we keep them out. Yeah, let me tell you something. They buried my uncle yesterday. He was the pioneer president of GHS Limbe, my mother's direct junior brother. But because he was not a participating member, GHS Limbe did not contribute. Yeah, he worked all his life in Limbe, Are Acho Isaac. He was chief of center, Soleil Limbe. We should draw a line, because all this petting of people is getting on my nerve. Maybe I should withdraw also, so that people should look for me.
No, Alois,
I should be important also. No.
You're important. Of course you're important. What are you talking about?
No, so who is less important?
No, everybody's important. No, that's not the point.
No, we should draw a line. Yeah. Let it be in the minutes. Mr. Secretary, please. Now I'm on my nerves. There are some times we leave engagements. There are women, women are dancing in front of me, and I'm here in the meeting.
That's why you're very angry.
Well, no, Alois, you're making a good point.
No,
Can I say something?
how many of us are in this association? And what are
Can
the
I say
people?
something?
But tomorrow you will hear that this one has idea, this one has accident, this one has this, this one has that. Now we're in a meeting. Can somebody not sacrifice a 2,000 francs credit to join the association once a month? What are we saying?
True, good question.
Hello.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Lois. Okay, Kulu, go ahead.
I wanted to know what is really our problem with people who are not coming to meeting.
No,
What
it's
is the
just a
problem?
reminder. It's not a problem.
Good.
For me either.
It is because
It's not a
even though HU was very hard on it, I would say that we are encouraging these lapses from all of us. Everybody has commitment. I remember the last meeting I was not there. I called the assistant secretary in quotes and told him that I will not be there. He can assist me. What I want to say is that if we continue like this in the next 5 years, this meeting or this our group will not stand firm. Because at one point in time, you will see that you talk to people, you think that people have listened, and then some people will wait even when they try and bring up controversies to bring people back to square one. Those who are in, they are in. Those who are not in, they are not in. The issue of how do you call this thing, voluntary assistant or what is spoiling this meeting. Let me say it. If somebody is not in the meeting and then we'll go behind and say, okay, voluntary assistant because is making people to feel that, oh, with or without the meeting, my classmates will still come to me.
Yes,
I'm not saying that it is bad. I'm not saying that it is bad. No, I'm not saying that it is bad, but we should try and make sure that we should be serious in the meeting issue. For 1 year, we drag until registration came from Cameroon and Nigeria after 6 months. Okay, we have registered. People have registered. How many people are attending meeting now from Cameroon?
You're very correct, Kulu.
All of us have a commitment. I'm here like that. I've sacrificed other things to be here. I've run from Boya. I saw the president know that meeting will start very soon. I ran last week. Last meeting I was not there. I should not fail this one. So we should draw a line and say that, okay, this is the situation. If you are in, you are in. You are out, you are out. Because we will keep on for how many minutes in the meeting? We're already on 30 minutes. We're still discussing on something which is similar to what we have been talking from the first day. We are 13 of us. We'll continue with the meeting. We'll put the people who are there present, who have taken excuse to put. When the time reach, they apply the bylaws. Master, we should not be dragging something from back and forth.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think we've heard it. We've heard it very clearly. Let the minutes reflect that. We are saying that people. Membership in the meeting is not just putting your name or paying your registration. It's you have to attend meetings. It's very important that people are committed to attend and make an effort. If you're not going to be there, you want to make sure that you can let people know. Have the courtesy of saying that you're not going to be there. If you're not going to be there, if you cannot, you cannot be there. You cannot be there. Let's be very honest about it. We are saying that people should take this seriously, and I want to thank everybody and appreciate those who are able to make time. Alois, I know there are girls dancing in front of you. For you to be here is a big deal, and we appreciate it.
There are beautiful women dancing in front of me here.
You like woman. You don't live in Cameroon.
I know.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. So that was matters arising from the June 27 minutes. So the one thing I've talked about is just the attendance and so on. Then is there anything else before we adopt these minutes? Before we adopt these minutes, then the minutes now become
Mr. President, I want to make a point before we adopt the minutes.
Yes.
It should be sound and clear to members that at the point of benefit, if you have not attended 3/4 of the meetings of our association, you are not eligible.
I think there's something like that.
The thing is that we have our bylaws. Those things
bylaw
are
is
mentioned. The penalties are mentioned in the bylaw.
Yes, I'm making a point because there are some people who think that they can only come here
For trouble bank.
We should work on that and put it as something that is not reversible.
No,
because I've attended to the quarters of our meeting at the time that you are applying for something or you are eligible for something. Because I'm on my nerves.
All right.
I have reached out to people, so I don't want to call their names, but there are people that, out of my own benevolence, I have given them a 10,000 francs or a 20,000 francs, encouraging them to join the association. Not talking of people like Jacques-Claude Dicky. I don't need to give them money, just calling them in Germany. My telephone calls them free of charge, but up to date, he has never shown up. Tomorrow we'll be running to Jean-Claude, begging him to be part of us.
So, Echu, can we move on? Because you need to go and meet those girls dancing there, please. We are on 1 point.
All right. What I'm saying is, if we don't do that, by next time, people should be begging us to join us also. Because I'm serious.
All right. I think the point has been made loud and clear.
Yeah, point taken. The thing is that we already have our bylaws that reflect how we should address questions like this, like attendance. So if we are going to add anything new, our bylaws also mention that we can do changes only at the end of the year. Just announce it.
Okay.
People should be reading our bylaws. I hope everybody, because familiarize ourselves with our bylaws.
Guys, please mute yourself.
I salute to house. I salute. Sorry for my lateness. So.
Andy, you're fine.
Greetings, Andy. No problem. Please just mute
no problem, Andy. You're fine.
Okay, I'll pay.
we have Apang mentioned in the forum, in the WhatsApp group, that he's traveling and he's got difficult. He's not able to attend.
Okay.
Just mentioning it.
Okay, all right. Let's move on then. So with that, let the minutes for today reflect. Guys, please just mute yourself. You're not speaking. Somebody has a radio or TV on.
It's me. Let me off it. It's me. Sorry.
Thank you. All right. So so then we need to adopt the minutes then if we exhausted the matters arising. We need a motion and a second to adopt.
Yeah, Echu, I'm moving the motion.
Okay, so a motion to adopt the minutes from Alois Echu, and then seconded by. Okay, Genius, let the minutes reflect that.
Seconded by who?
Seconded by who?
Carl Waka. Okay. All right, so good. So the next item we have now is the report from the regional branches. So now this is the time for the regional branches to report and tell us what's going on. Let's see. Let's start from Cameroon. George is not here. George appoint anyone to report on behalf of him, on his behalf.
No.
All right. So let the minutes reflect that there was no report from Cameroon because the regional coordinator was not here, and there was no one that was appointed to report on his behalf. Then the next one is Europe. Comer Enes is not here. Is anyone?
Yeah, Comer asked me to represent him.
Okay.
And there is a problem. Comer cannot attend the meetings on Sunday because of his work schedule. And we're asking if it is possible for us to reschedule the meetings to hold on Saturdays. Because on Saturdays, our regional coordinator will always be present. We were supposed to have a meeting yesterday. It did not hold because of the mix-up of the date. Joro was supposed to have a meeting yesterday. And Comer has a work schedule that starts from Sunday to Thursday. It doesn't work on Friday and Saturday. So Europe is begging if it is possible for us to reschedule our meetings to hold on Saturday, which is still a weekend, instead of Sundays, so that our regional coordinator will have time to attend in person instead of delegating powers. We are not a CPDM administration.
Okay. All right. So okay. So Europe has made that plea.
Very good.
Let me just throw it to everybody here first before. I mean, we're not making a decision now, but is Saturday a good day for most people or everybody here?
I don't think so.
To me, any day is fine if you know that it is at the end of the month and you have enough time to schedule yourself. So either it's Saturday or it's Sunday. For me, it's okay.
For me, it's okay.
Me, Saturday is preferable, but that's me. Yeah.
Yeah. How about like Saturday during the day? It's not like Saturday in the evening that we have to go to nightclubs. Those who still go to clubs.
Saturday evenings. I mean,
evenings, not during
no,
the
not
day,
evenings. Afternoon.
Saturday we are free. Comment is free.
Yeah.
I'm free. It's just that
same time.
We have delegated, we've voted Comment as our president, and we should respect his time schedule. So we are begging from Europe that if it is possible for us to reschedule the meetings for now to hold on Saturday instead of Sunday, so that our regional representative can in person attend, it will be okay for us.
So
I think
that's what I want to find out from the rest of the group and see if that's a time or date.
We're supposed to have a meeting yesterday. We're supposed to have a meeting yesterday to talk about it, but unfortunately, we had a mix-up. So, Comment delegate, Comment gave me the power to tell you people today that if it is possible for us to reschedule our meetings on Saturdays instead of Sunday, because Comment does not work on Fridays and Saturdays, but it works from Sunday.
I have a question, a comment, but before I finish, there's a beautiful lady behind you. Say hi to her.
Hello. Yes, say hello to you.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are
Hi,
you?
welcome.
Oh man, thank you. You know, I keep on telling these guys how handsome I am. They never believe me.
How did you see that? You not begin bring distraction, man. Woman.
I'll just get something quickly. And
they love you. I'll give you a number.
It's a good distraction. Anyway,
so my brothers,
what I want to say. Yeah,
Saturdays instead of Sundays. Let's think about it.
Yeah,
I think it's a good problem you put there, and I don't think, Felix, I think you're going the same direction. We can make that decision here. It's something that we have to take back and check with others, whether it's Cameroon and so on, and see how Sunday to Saturday affects their schedule, because we don't want to gain 2 people and then lose the rest.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, that's something. Let the minutes reflect that there's a request, and then we're going to brainstorm about that and figure out what's best. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Yes.
Just a few words to what Ichu said. Ichu, we have we're talking about Bianda, Jean-Claude Njiki now. You know, he called me and sent me his money for European listing. He has registered as a European member and has also paid his contribution for the year as a European member. So the thing is, I mean, I'm very perplexed. I don't know why because I talked to him also about I don't know why he doesn't want to join the whole national listing. I'm surprised. So at least we need to go back to him and talk to him again.
Most people are paid.
For me, it's voluntary. It's voluntary. If he wants, good. If he doesn't want to join the national group, I don't know. We should just leave him to decide. Maybe with time. Maybe with time.
Let's see and see what's going to happen.
No. Point of order, Andrew. Point of order.
Sorry.
Point of order. I want to make a point. You cannot join your group and you are not. It is a bicameral and bipolar system. One for all and all for one. And it is, let us put it in the minutes that it is forbidden for one group to launch a fund drive without considering the national group, because like Alice's case, Alice lost the sister, we launched a national drive, and it is forbidden for any group, should anything arise, to launch a branch group. Like that, we'll bring people in. If there is a problem with somebody in Africa, we will launch a global group, people from the USA, from Europe, from Africa, that will contribute. If it is from Europe, everybody will contribute, everybody comes on board, but super people should not be hiding behind their chapter.
No, but actually, I think for the everybody,
it's not clear.
We all join in.
Yeah.
People from the US join in. People from
That's
Cameroon.
what I'm saying. Somebody should not hide. Like Aisi's case, Aisi has registered by camera.
Yes.
Somebody should not register in Europe and think that should something arise, Europe will only contribute and give him. No.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Okay.
I understand what you're saying now.
I have not understood.
Understand.
So we should annul chapter contributions.
No, hold on. Alois, I've not understood.
You can't do that. Okay.
That's so if somebody
chapter contributions, you cannot annul it.
I bet hold on once. I bet I understand. I don't know
because,
if you guys have understood all.
Genus.
Ma talk now, Papa.
Sorry.
Ma talk 1 second. The thing I say, I don't know what Alois. I don't understand what the Alois means. Say, regional contributions be annulled. What does that mean?
So people don't want to register for global group. They want just hide for their chapter.
Yes.
Forget the schedule.
Yes.
So we go put on and say, like they will make fund drive for Cameroon. Everybody will contribute. USA, Nigeria, Cameroon, and every yes.
Yes.
But we can say contribution now then a national, a global issue. And if you are not registered with the global, like you register with Europe and not global, you are not registered with global SOBA 83, you are not eligible to any benefit.
No, they want to for bylaws already. Yes. Hold on. They want to for bylaws.
I read them. I'm reiterating something that I went to Cameroon and I heard what people said, and I'm believing what people are doing in Europe now.
Hold on 1 second, Alois.
Can you explain?
We bylaws then. We bylaws foresee 2 types of contributions. The ones where they be obligatory, when are only for registered members.
We should stop. We should stop obligatory contribution.
Alois, not begin bring trouble.
Alois, give me chance for talk. First and foremost, we don't change our bylaws during the year. First thing.
Exactly.
That is part of our bylaws. So we have to, if we have to change everything according to our humor of the moment, it makes no sense to write anything down.
It makes no sense for the meeting every day. Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
So yes, Alois at the talk. I will come back for January. Alois at the talk. Give me chance for talk.
Talk.
So the first thing I say, we respect our bylaws, and as part of our bylaws, we don't change our bylaws during the year. We change it at the end of the year. So if there are any suggestions, we have to keep them till that period of transition when we can discuss them and decide whether we want to adopt new directives. That is the first thing. The second thing is that, am I saying something wrong?
No. Right, it's right. If not, we are Banana Republic.
Exactly,
correct.
exactly.
Yes.
The second thing is that
anyhow.
Yes, the second thing is that our bylaws foresee that if you are a member, then contributions become obligatory or compulsory. If you are not a member of the international group, nobody has any obligation to do any contribution. So I don't see where the problem comes up. The other one is voluntary, which by definition of voluntary, you are not obliged to participate. You can participate just like you cannot participate. It is not binding. So where is the problem?
Let me say something.
Yeah, could you go ahead? I think I muted everybody. So if you want to speak, unmute.
Yes. What I want to say is that number one, it's clear that we cannot change the laws. Number two, we have to clear that point that Alois is bringing. He's making a point that you people are not seeing. We are not talking about changing laws here. We are saying that he was trying to think that people will hide in their chapter or regional what to benefit. It is clear. Before the international group, there were regional groups that were attending. If somebody is participating in his regional group and not participating in the international, then why should the international come in for such a person?
Correct, manager.
So
very correct.
I don't see much problem in it. Is that if he has come and entered Europe and is participating in Europe and not participating in the international, when it comes to that point, Europe takes its responsibility.
Exactly.
And
That's what I'm saying.
what I want, where the problem is, that is killing the meeting, is the voluntary drive. Because he may be a member of Europe, I may be a member of Europe, I'm not a member of the international group, then I have a problem. Europe now comes in to support, and then the voluntary drive comes in. It attracts now the international people. That is where we should hold the points. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I get you. I get.
Good. So that is where the trick comes in, because somebody may attach himself to Cameroon. He does not want to attach himself to international. And then when the time comes, Cameroon does what he has to do. Then somebody gets up now and say, okay, voluntary drive for this man who is this or that. Then the international now comes and does what he's supposed to do as a normal member of the meeting. And take those, some of those voluntary drives are even more than what the meeting itself stipulates in the bylaws. So to look at it critically.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. President.
Yes, Carl, give me 1 second. I think that Kuli is making a very important point. It's now I'm getting where Alois was going with this. I think, Carl, I'm going to let you speak, but I think I get it what they're saying now. I think what they're saying.
I have a point also.
Yes, what they're saying. So after I finish, I'll just make a very quick point. Then Carl, then Genius. I think the point from what Kulu and Aloysius was saying earlier on is, for example, okay, I'll take a name A, some individual A, who is not registered with the national group, is part of a regional branch. Let's say Cameroon. Individual A. Individual A is a Cameroon member, has not registered with the national group. Something happens with individual A, because our voluntary drive is strictly voluntary, meaning that there is no obligation of the membership. There is nothing stipulation that we have to do this. And then people may come up with, because of the goodness of their hearts, they come up with something that's even more substantial than what the regular membership calls for. I think that's what Kuli is driving at, because in the case of hospitalization, right? We had said that that's supposed to be, I think it's $100 if you're hospitalized 3 days or more. But it just so happens that.
Let me clear something again.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I made 2 points. Maybe you missed one.
Yeah.
The point I made is the one HU was making, that the regional branch may attract the international that people are refusing to do something. That's one. And then two, what you've just said, some of those voluntary drives are even more than what, if that guy was registered in the group, he would have benefited. That's what just the points I made.
Okay. So to capture that very quick is just the fact that we're looking at two things here. The bylaw says very clearly that for you to belong to the national group, you have to belong to your regional branch. And that is why we said that it's the regional branch that's going to be vouching for members to belong to the national group. That's what we said. And if you remember very well, the argument we had, or the how can I put it? You know, the issue. Let's say issue. Yeah, let's issue discussion that we had with Kiwanuka was at the point where he had decided to say he's going to go to Cameroon and register to Cameroon. And then we had this issue. So you can remember that very well. So the bylaw is very clear about that. You have to belong to a regional group to belong to the national group. So that we're not stopping that. That should be the case. Now, the other case about the voluntary drive, stopping it, or people can go and hide under their chapters and then don't belong to national, and then all of a sudden, because of the goodness of our hearts, we start giving people stuff. And well, again, I don't like to say giving people stuff, but let me just use the phrase: give people stuff, and then at the same time, people don't see. Well, why would I even belong to national? Anyways, I'm still in my national, in my regional group. I'm not belonging to national, but they still can do their voluntary thing and still help me out. I think that's where HU and Kulu's points are coming from. So let me stop.
Exactly.
Waka and then Genius. Go ahead. Waka, go ahead.
No, President, not just like we were saying. I think Mark started very well this issue, and now we want to dilute it again. I said the secretary should write a memo to the regional presidents informing them to get to their regional members. We're sending them a note, whether it's voluntary drive or whatever they want to call it. Anybody who is not coming to this meeting regularly in attendance, they should not involve the national body. They should handle it in their regional level. We don't want to know.
Okay.
And those of us who are here present in this meeting, we take it as an oath that we are not going to assist anybody who is not attending meetings. Simple as that. We are not going to.
It's not in the bylaw.
Wait, it's not.
If anybody wants, it's in the bylaw. That's what I'm saying. I said to make this meeting and our attendance to improve. Anybody who is not participating, who thinks he can hide through the regional body, and the regional body will come up and say, no, we have a person in crisis and let's see what we can do. And blah, blah. If that person is not participating in the national forum, we don't have any obligation, even in the voluntary drive.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have it. We have it. We have this even in our national, in our regional group here in Europe. We have it. We have to participate at least 80%.
Let me make a point. Excuse me, Mr. President. Like ISIS, ISIS is a participant member in Europe. Brothers and sisters are not included in the list. But you see what ISIS, you see what, because ISIS is a participating member, you see, we can all see what he got. Just because he's a participant. But look at Ekune that just received aid. He's not present in this meeting. Just to put a 2,000 pounds credit.
Even to come and tell us how he's doing, whether the message is receiving is going on.
To tell us that this is what has happened to him and A and B and Z. He has not come.
I agree with you.
Okay.
The other one, what's his name?
Stay behind and look and wait for you people to look for us. What are we saying?
Carl, what you are saying is right. What you are saying is right. We have this in our regional group. We have to be participating in the meetings.
Okay. All right. So, Hygiene, you speak now. Then let me just summarize this.
Actually, Carl touched some of the points that I wanted to raise. So he's already covered that. I hear what Mark is saying. I hear you very, very clearly. We cannot be a group where people come only when they are in need of assistance. Yes. And after they receive the assistance, they disappear. You don't hear from them. That one is it is not correct. It is something that we need to address. Now, the one about the compulsory contributions, that one is already very clear. If you are not a member, I mean, the problem does not even pose itself. We cannot even consider any obligatory contribution. But you are right also. It is sort of ironical that the voluntary drive by far surpasses what we could ever offer to our member in need. Yes, and I sort of remember one of the proposals which were offered to try to sort of like regulate the voluntary drive. I think it was proposed by Pastor Edimo, which I'm sort of like having second thoughts on it, because he suggested that if there is a voluntary drive, we give a certain percentage to the person and the rest we put in our coffers. So a possibility could be that not to make our members sort of like discriminated upon in terms of the benefits they receive in moments of crisis, we could put a cap on what the voluntary drive can be, and the rest we put in our treasury.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So let me wrap up this thing. So I think I will go back to what Carl said, about the secretary putting a message out to all, or sending this direct message to all the regional branches and informing them to tell their members that the position of the group about people who are not registered in the national group Okay. Carl, do you want to state that again? What you said?
Yes. Yes. Anybody who is not, because our aim is to get the participation of the group improved, especially during monthly meetings. And that Mark's own problem was people can hide under the regional body, and then you see maybe a regional president trying to generate a fund drive, and once they receive their money, they vamoosh, So we need to stop that. Anybody who wants to seek for assistance from the national group must be able to participate in at least 80% of the meeting.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. That's the same thing we have here in Europe. So I don't know.
So, Mangwa, what you are saying, the situation in Europe is somehow in quote. Because if there's a fund drive like Mr. X, say HU, there are so many people who contribute because HU is a participating member.
It's true, yeah.
But we should stop that attitude of letting people to we have a committee. We should stop the attitude of we have to contribute for this Hello.
So that's it.
There's a beautiful woman is telling me I raise my case.
It's the best beautiful.
We can hear you. They're pulling you on the other side. Okay, but I think the point, Genius. I hope Genius and Kulu. I hope you've captured what.
No. Please, I absented myself just for a second. What did I miss, please? I bet somebody.
No, I captured that. We should write a letter to all the branches.
80% of participation must be.
80%.
Yes.
From this moment or from the counting from the beginning of the year.
From now onwards.
From now henceforth, 80% of participation must be.
These are just resolutions. It doesn't do. These are resolutions from the meeting.
So yes, from the meeting.
Yes. Okay. All right.
We should stop petting members, Mr. President. This petting of people. Let us stop it today.
Okay. It's better we have few good ones than to have a mountain of trash.
A question, just to understand very well.
Yes.
So, a quick question. So, if somebody is absent, if somebody is not present, 80% of the time, it means we are not giving him the assistance as a national group. Did I understand correctly?
No. Yes. Or he must justify his absence.
He must justify his absence.
So yes, the absence must be justified.
No.
When I talk about the time, I understand.
Hang on.
I brought up the point. Let me make it clear. Let me, Mr. Andrew Mangwa, please. Do your wine and stay quiet. Let me make it clear.
I don't understand.
So 80% means when we meet as a global group, as we are talking now, Europe, Africa, and America, and you are not there, 80% of the times that we have met, your group is not even eligible to launch any fund drive on your behalf.
Yeah, good. That's the point.
Well, good. Okay.
So even at the regional level,
that is their business. That is their business. Regional level is
I want to understand. So
regional level is their business. We are talking of global.
Okay.
Global, I mean.
Global 83. If you are not there, 80% of the participation at the time that you have a problem, you are not eligible without permission. Like last month, I was not in the meeting and I told people that I was in Cameroon. At least I had a permission. And there was evidence that I was in Cameroon.
Cameroon has internet.
Yes.
You can participate in Cameroon.
But I was busy. Some of these
you see, I know. They
will massage you.
Yeah, massage you. So you never participate. You see a justification. You see a lie.
Okay.
Me. At least I paid 80%.
You see a life.
Okay, guys. Okay, let's wrap this up.
So, Mr. President, so the point is, before you continue, the point is, if you are not participating in the national forum 80%, your branch has no reason.
No, national forum was Zoom meeting.
National.
That is the Zoom meeting.
The Zoom meeting of the national.
We are America, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Europe. If you don't participate 90% in the global forum, your branch has no reason to put your issue on the global forum.
No. So Alois, you're confusing hygienists because when you say global forum, it's referring to the WhatsApp forum.
Exactly.
Global forum is a global forum.
You mean the
hold on,
right?
Are we talking about Alois? Let me ask my question first.
Yes.
Are we talking about attendance to the monthly Zoom meetings or
monthly Zoom meetings?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because up to now, I was understanding attendance to the WhatsApp group. So it's
no.
Monthly Zoom meetings.
Yes.
Monthly Zoom meetings.
That's why I was asking to get it clear.
Monthly Zoom meetings. That is our forum. That is where we vote our laws.
It's the same thing Carl is talking now on the Zoom meetings.
Yes. Okay. So Genius and Kulu, you got it down now?
Because if I was up, that means gonna eliminate me now. Because my work not driving.
Monthly Zoom meetings is the forum. That is the convener forum where we vote laws and we make laws. Monthly Zoom meetings.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So then let that be reflected in the minutes for today. So with that, now we're going to adopt the minutes from June 27th. We already adopted it already.
We have already adopted. We're on the Europe updates from Europe.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this we've gone so long and so convoluted that I'm just
it's really convoluted.
Yeah. So okay, now we have the report from America. Is there any update from America?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. From the US, we are practically stable. What we are hoping to do is we are planning on having a come together in October. So it's going to for those who can make it to the US from Europe and from Cameroon, and those who will be able to make it and would like to join us, please fix a date in October, end of October. We're going to have a come together. Hopefully, for those who will not be able to join us, somehow we're going to share our streaming on online, so you can share in you can participate in spirit in our enjoyment.
Why not make up for September now, Genius?
You come September.
Yes.
Come. We will make
it for this July, but
COVID.
The chaos for COVID, they make me scatter out.
And they can will also say lost your passport. Now you stay 1 month.
Hello.
Okay, that's good.
We'll see for September. This September, so
September.
Let us know, and for real.
We'll see for September.
For real, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I'll do Oklahoma September. I need to lie.
Yeah, that would be great.
Good. All right. Kudu, you had a question?
No, that will come after the meeting.
Okay. So basically, then, that's the regional report from the USA. We plan to meet in October, and I think it's going to be co-hosted by Romeo Ngasa. And I think Lovett also making some provisions for lodging for some people who cannot find something to stay. So that's good. We're looking forward to that. That's great. All right. Next thing, again, same. So, like for example, Lovett Eyongeta is a very, very active member of SOBA of 83 class USA, but unfortunately, he works on Sunday.
A lot.
He cannot be here on Sunday. That's the issue. All right.
Just like
Comment. Right. Okay. Another item we have. The next item we have then is the so there's no Nigeria, so we're going to skip Nigeria here. And then the next item we have is the investment discussion. I think that I was hoping that was going to be our main thing today to talk about, but I think we've talked so much about, which is okay. But just so everybody knows, I'm planning to end this meeting at 4 o'clock US Eastern Daylight Time. So which means in about 34 minutes, because I have another meeting at 4 o'clock. So let's go to the discussion on investment. So let me kind of preface this discussion. So Josh Ngu has shared on our WhatsApp forum something that the 1984 class has done. What the 1984 class has done is they bought a piece of land between Tuko and Douala, and they built a poultry farm. And they, I think Waka may know more about this too, and you can say more about it. And so they're doing this investment where, they're having a business, right, in the poultry farming. And that's something that they can even employ some of their classmates, who have no jobs or who want to branch into different areas. And so that's an investment. So that's something that we should be thinking about, because as we are planning 2023 to do our 40th anniversary in SASE, that's a big,
very good, very good.
We should start thinking about, other means of, investment that we can be able to generate some funds and be able to, instead of giving people money, they can be employed to work and, and fend for themselves.
Very true. That's what I'm saying.
So let's start talking now. Let's have some discussions about this. Do people have some ideas about what kinds of investment, ventures that we can get ourselves involved in? Ndibajo has this land, in Douala, Dibombari, between, just after or you get out of Douala going to Idea, and that if we start thinking about it, that could be something that we could think about getting a piece of. We can get some land there for the class and think about an investment. So
this is the best. This is the best investment ever done in agriculture. Me, I believe we should invest in agriculture. To me, it's the best.
And we have lots of classmates who are experts in the field.
Yes.
Carl is here, George in their different areas.
Me too. Maybe here.
Okay, and this day as well. So let's brainstorm now. This is a time for us to brainstorm. Please, put on your thinking hats, and all those munas that used to SWAT and so on. Let's come up with some ideas on what we can do.
No, those who are experts in the field could help us to start by leading the way.
Yes, Carl and Kulu, do you guys have some?
No, to me, it's just the willingness to go. I mean, the land is available. It's just the willingness to go. We can decide on what activity we want to do. This poultry thing is very, very lucrative and fast turnover.
What about
everything? Sorry,
even pigs.
Yes, integrated farming.
Pigs and milk and for the breeding of milk.
It's the same. It's all the same.
Okay.
Especially now, we have a shortage of chicken in Cameroon. So those who have poultry, you see them selling one bird at 4,000, 4,500. So it's a good deal. And George is super in this thing, honestly. So it just depends on the house. If we think that we can invest in a poultry, I was speaking with him. The wife had an operation. I'm sure that's why he's not here today. The wife was operated upon.
Okay.
But everything went well. So I was talking with him. He's running one now.
Okay.
But yes, he's running one now. It's a private poultry that he owns here in Bukwango. I just got to know about it the last time we met 1 week ago. Well, he says he's going to do a small write-up, because I was encouraging him. I said, no, needless for you to be stressing alone. If you are complaining that you don't have the finances to go, we can float it to the group and see if the class big structure. It's a big structure that somebody from the United States came and built here, but because of workers and all that, so he abandoned the place. So George has leased it, or he has leased it to George, and he's trying to run his poultry.
How big is it?
Josh had the poultry in Momaka of about 4,000 beds, but the boys in the bushes, they chopped everything there. So, he's moving up to Bukwango. He's moving up to Bukwango, which is fairly safe. So I told him, I said, if you could do us a business plan, and then we look at it at the level of the meeting, and everybody sees where they can chip in, maybe buy shares and things like that. So we go ahead.
Right, yeah.
Thinking of after that, then we can do something bigger. But for the chicken, every 45, 60 days, you have your product in the market, and it's very fast turning.
Every 60 days?
Yeah, it's 45 days.
Wow.
But there's even chicken for 30 days.
That one I like chicken.
I'm telling you, I say I like chicken. 30 days.
All right,
it's already 2 kilos.
Okay, let's be serious now. So I think
I'm serious. I'm really serious.
I'm telling you, Jesus, believe me. They are chicken in for 30 days here.
Okay.
You can imagine if we have 2,000 and it goes out for 4,000, that's 8 million.
Excuse me, gentlemen, let us not labor the issue. We should send Waka direct to Judge Gule. Judge Gule come out next meeting with a project and tell us exactly what we can do to start our own farming with Judge Gule.
We think we can start
okay.
We can start with poultry keeping. Let's start with the poultry keeping.
Yes, let's start with something that is very feasible. So, Mr. Wakaka, we are sending you back to Judge Gule. Talk to him next meeting. We expect both of you to come back and give us a report. and then we know the way forward.
All right.
Okay. That sounds good. Yes, if we can come up with a business plan, you and Josh go and then let's see where we can go from there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right. So let the minutes reflect that, and then
the language is mosquito. They bite me my joy the whole day.
I'm gonna mute everybody. All right. I just muted everybody. So if you want to speak, just unmute yourself. And then the next item we have on the agenda there for now is the membership and WhatsApp the forum. So remember last time we had said that once we, Ngome, I know you see your hand up. I'm going to let you speak after this, but we said last time that once we we're able to get our group going, then we have to think about WhatsApp, because WhatsApp should be a benefit of membership. Okay, I mean that's the initial thought. Now I don't know if people have changed their minds or not. Or so, what do we think about this? Because we have said that once we get to the point where we reach the deadline for registration, what we're going to be doing is to make sure those who are subscribed and those who are part of the WhatsApp forum should be registered members of the group, so people are in good standing. Thoughts? If you want to speak, just unmute yourself. Okay, let me start with Ngome. Ngome, I don't know if you saw this item or something else, but let me just start with you. Ngome, go ahead. If it's something else,
just to say hi to everybody,
Hi, Ngome.
And to push forward my. Yeah, let me switch on the lights in the dark. Well, just because for the past 2 meetings I haven't been present.
Right, we know
so
you're in Cameroon, right? Everything went well?
Yeah, I was in Cameroon. Everything went well. Then my nature of my job too, I have only one Sunday. I might be lucky to have 1 weekend free in a month. But I work around the clock. So my attendance in the meetings is not all that guaranteed.
Okay, but we appreciate it. We know that.
But anyway, I've been following up all the rights of the minutes of the meeting. So whatever you people decide, the absentees are bound to follow the.
To comply. Okay. All right. Thanks, Ngome. Okay. So who else wants to wait? I think Ngome just got cut off. I don't know why, but okay. Next person. Anybody else?
Let me say something, Mr. President.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to chip in concerning the issue of the WhatsApp group. I think in our bylaws it is clearly stated that anybody who is not a registered member can be suspended from the group until you regularize your situation. So it's not something we have to debate on. You just have to apply the law.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, according to a very long period of grace. So I don't see anything wrong with
then the bylaws. Just apply.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure. I mean, we're in a democracy. I just want to make sure.
No, just apply it. Just apply it. It's legitimate.
Yeah, we don't need to be
the person doesn't have to know what we're doing if he's not registered. So why he should be there?
Okay. All right. So let the minutes reflect that. So we are saying now that
Felix.
Guys, hang on. Ivo, you're gonna speak. There's too much noise, guys. If you're not speaking, just mute.
I'm see. Move your come over kitchen. Maybe you the cook.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ivo.
Good afternoon or good evening. I'll be in and out of the meeting. Actually, I'm not in my base. I'm in Florida. What I wanted to find out was the WhatsApp group that we are using now. It's a social group. So I don't know if people agree with what I'm saying. We need to have this social group that people do whatever they are doing, as I see people post all sorts of nonsense, because what they are posting in that group is not official. Then we are to have an 83 group, which is an official group, which entails only registered members and things that concerns the group. Because this WhatsApp that we have now, to me, it is not a group that it is not the site that all of us can use for official matters, because I delete mine every other week because people send useless things in there. They may be important to some people, but they send a lot of junk, which I can't leave them on my phone because my kids have access to my phone. So I delete it. So any message which they send on that phone, on this site does not last. I'm proposing we create a new site, which is an official site, and maintain this site. The official site will be 83 sites and we'll discuss 83 business.
Okay, good point. Ivo, hygienist, you want to speak, but I think you are muted.
Oh, okay, no, I was saying, and it's going the official site. It's sort of like what we have in the US, I believe, because we have in Maryland, for example, we have the normal social group, then we have the registered members group, where only official stuff pass through. So it's an idea that I'm going to entertain. We can create, if everybody is okay, we can create an official group with only registered members, where only official stuff concerning the class goes inside.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea, and that would be strictly business items, meaning that anything that concerns, our class group, Zoom meetings. Please mute yourself. Zoom meetings, anything that concerns our official business. Please, no posting of any political stuff, no pornography, nothing else, no jokes, nothing, just business. That way, when somebody goes there, they know they're coming there for official business of the class. The social group can be there. People want to do their thing, and that one we're not going to take anybody out. I think I like that idea. So let's charge. I know Hygienist, you're very you like.
I can do it. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Hygienist, please.
So who's going to be the administrator? The leadership.
Yes, the leadership will be the administrator.
The leadership.
Yes.
The leadership.
Let's do that, and then we're going to coordinate. So let's talk about, because we have the list of those from Nigeria and Cameroon who've paid. We need to have a comprehensive list that we can be able to put everybody who was paid into that group, and then
into the group. Yeah.
Now, as far as the name for that group, does somebody want to suggest a name to give that group? Or can we just call it SOBA 93 class official business?
Yes.
Official.
Yeah, just official
so this one will be SOBA Republican 83 social. 83 social.
Social, yes.
Then that other one will be SOBA 83 official.
Official.
So only those who are official will have
officially registered
to that one.
To that group. Yes.
Call it Young Farmers Club.
Don't worry.
Now
the name for we'll put the name for the agricultural service with that Young Farmers.
Okay, so let me just recap what we've talked about. We said that we will leave the current group the way it is. Nothing is going to be taken out, but then we're going to create an official business group that will have only the registered members of this group in there.
Exactly.
And hygienist
so the first one is going to be the actual one is going to remain SOBA 83 social group.
Yes.
While the new one is SOBA Republicans 83 official.
Official.
Yes.
Okay.
Felix.
Yes.
So,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm taking you people back, but Eshu mentioned this. If when Carl, George, and Kulu, when they sit to draw up a proposal on the poetry or whatever they want to propose, if they can come with sums that people can give as shares, so they can say, okay, this is what we need. Total, we need 100. Let's say we need 100,000.
Yeah.
Okay, if you give 10,000, you'll be a shareholder, and as a shareholder, they have to let us know how do you get to benefit from it?
Yeah.
What do we do with the proceeds? Because just a proposal, two things we can do. We can decide to raise funds and invest in this project. Then it is from this project that we can be taking monies to finance other minor projects without people taking money again from their coffers.
Yeah, another idea. Good idea.
Can generate the revenue.
Yeah, good idea.
No, bros, you guys should not forget you're talking about big money here. We're not talking about £2, £3. We're talking about big money. So we should think big, please. If not, there's absolutely no point.
Yes.
Think big, and then maybe George just tried to find out from the other guys how they doing their shares and the rest. Because at times it's always good everybody have equal shares so that there's no, how can I put it? No, yes. You understand what I'm trying to say? So please, if they can get us some more ideas what the other guys are doing, that would be very, very important. This nature.
Let me say something.
I've seen agri services here, in groups that they form groups. Really, they do equal shares.
It should be.
The respect is reciprocal. But believe me, these people, they are making billions in agriculture here. Because when they form this group, all of them, they have equal shares and they participate regularly.
Yeah, that's how it has to be. That's how it has to be.
Yeah, this is a business. This is not a joke.
Let me obtain equal shares one way or the other. All of us will have it one way or the other.
Please.
Right. Okay.
Please let me say something.
Kulu, go ahead.
Yeah, let me say something. We have gone far beyond what we are supposed to be thinking now. You people have given an assignment. The first issue is that the project should come out. The business plan should come out.
For sure.
In that business plan, it will show how much we are going to invest in the business.
That's good.
It will show the timeline of the business. And it will show how much we are going to make out of that business.
Sure.
When the business plan is presented, that is when now we will deliberate on how much should be a share from the amount of money that is going to be invested in the business.
Right.
And then from there now, that's when we'll know that, okay, we have 10 million francs to put in this business. Each share should compose of how much.
That's
and
correct.
then we'll see how many shares are there and how many people are willing to take the shares.
That's good.
So we should start by getting the business plan, and then we'll see what we can get.
That's good.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
That's right. That's
Good
true.
idea, manager.
That's good. Okay, let's not get into the nitty-gritty right now. And I think that's a good idea. All right, sounds good. So next item now is the discussion of the Njangi that Mike, we had added, initially those who were not here, we added that to the agenda. So discussion of Njangi, because Njangi is mentioned in our bylaws. So Mike, why don't you lead this discussion if you had some initial ideas? Mike is still here, right?
Oh. Mike, I don't go.
Mike.
They were bar.
He don't go follow each woman then.
Okay, Mike is back now. Mike, go ahead. We're now on the item of Njangi, discussion of the Njangi. You had some ideas. Why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I see Mike.
I'm gonna mute everybody again, guys. It's too much noise. So Mike, if you want to speak, please unmute yourself and then speak.
Yeah, I've done that. Are you getting me now, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just trying to propose that since in our bylaws we have the possibility, we are accorded the possibility to carry out a monthly contribution, what is popularly known as Njangi. So I don't know whether we can start one or is it too early? So for those who are interested, because it's not obligatory, only for those who are interested. So that was that's my idea. So
okay. So very good. So just so those who are not aware, in our bylaws, we mentioned the possibility of voluntary Njangi, meaning that those who are interested could constitute a group of those who want to be in some kind of Njangi scheme, and that's also one of the ways to keep a group together. So that's where this is coming from, and so we are now. This is July, right? We are in July. The next time we're going to meet is going to be in August now. So we could if those who are interested, the first thing we can do is that we can get, first of all, a list of those who are interested. And then once we get the list of those who are interested, those who are interested can now decide amongst themselves if this is something that they want to start now, because normally most Njangis go for 12 months. So you can say you want to start now and then go, until 12 months from now, or say you're going to wait until January of 2022 and then start it right away. So you have a full year from January to December. But I think we should start by, first of all, getting the names of those who are interested. So let's do that first. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. So then let's get the names of those who are interested in Njangi. We've not talked about the amount or anything. We just say in general. What are those who are interested in Njangi in this group? So let's go.
Oh, see le tontina. Charlie, I don't
my hand they up.
So I'm gonna write. So I have Ngome. I see Ngome. Okay.
Yes.
I see Stevie Mangwa.
My hand they up.
I see. Just keep your hands up. MC. I see MC.
My hand they up too.
I see Mike. I see Hajinius. I see Waka.
My hand they up.
Yeah, just keep your hand up. I see Charlie. I see Andy.
Everybody.
I see Naka.
Waka, you are a sardina.
No.
Don't change.
Alois, is your hand up or down?
Waka, your hand cannot be up. You are a sardina.
Alois, I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Hello, it is muted.
Alois, unmute yourself.
What those the names first?
I am a Sardina. I'm Geshania, not Sardina Geshania.
Okay, so Alois.
Naka and who?
Okay, hang on, Kulu. I'll give you the names once I'm done. I'll read the names out, and then I'll go Naka already. Okay.
President, before you read the name, add my name.
Oh, Alois. Okay.
It's true. It is. You need whip.
Okay. So
I'm a Gesha. I know the Sardina. I'm a Gesha.
Well, publish the names.
Hey, I'm gonna
add my own.
I muted everybody. I'm going to read the names now so the secretary can get the names down. Okay. What? Who is that? Oh, okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and read the names that I got. I got Ngome Albert. So could you be writing down on Hygienist? I got Stephen Mangwa. I got Armstrong Gwashi. I got Mike Mwaibi. I got Hygienist. I got Carl Waka. I got Charlie Ewang. I got Andy Mangwa. I got Henry Naka. I got Alois Echu. I got Felix Ngasa. And I got Daniel Kulu. Is anybody that I'm missing?
You are too fast. Please go back.
I'll go back. That's fine. Alben Gome is 1.
Yes.
Stephen Mangwa is 2.
Right.
Armstrong Gwashi 3.
Okay.
Mike Jongam.
Okay.
Hajidus Ngasa.
Yeah.
Carl Waka.
Okay.
Charlie Ewang. Andy Mangwa.
Okay.
Henry Naka.
Okay.
Alois Echu.
Okay.
Felix Ngasa. Daniel Kulu.
Okay.
That's what I got. So I got 10.
That's my name.
11. Who do I miss? Oh, Nestor. Okay, Nestor Aswa, 12.
Stick.
My name.
Okay, I got you, Nestor Aswa, 12. Okay.
Okay,
so that's 12. 12 people are interested in Njangi. So
that's good.
Down, yeah. So then what we should do is that, I mean, we cannot debate that now. What I'll urge us to do is that the 12 people that these names now here, I will coordinate with somebody else here. Okay, very quick. We need 2 people to coordinate this so that we can have a discussion out of this meeting to figure out some logistics and see. We have volunteers for 2 coordinators so that the secretary should note them down. Volunteer. Okay, Mike is one of the volunteers. I just note that down. Second volunteer to coordinate this Njangi group. Guys, come on, step up and participate. We need second volunteer to coordinate this Njangi group.
My hands are already too many pies.
That's correct. I agree, Genius. Okay. Andy Mangwa and Mike Jonga. Okay. So we will have we're going to have some behind the scene discussion. Maybe what we'll do is that Andy and Mike, you're very familiar with WhatsApp, right? You can create a WhatsApp group, right? So create a WhatsApp group for the Njangi members. Those names, I mean, we can talk about it. If you have
the thing is, actually, since it's going to be something official that we are doing, it could still be in the new group that we are creating.
Correct. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's part of the group. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, yes. So Junior, we can have that there. We can work out the logistics.
Okay.
We can work out the logistics of the Njagi and then when we're going to start and so on. Okay, very good. Awesome. We're doing well. Nine more minutes to close the meeting. Last item on the agenda is other matters. So why don't you very quick do a round robin? Just everyone just tell us how they're doing very quick. Just less than a minute. Just tell us how you're doing, your family and all that stuff. So I'm going to call your name. And then when you call your name, please just tell us how you're doing. I'm just going to go from my screen how I see you. Let's start with Alben Gome. Gome, tell us how your family is doing.
Yeah, good evening, mates. The family, everybody is doing well. No, Gome is doing well. Second wife, hoping for a third wife, and more children.
All right.
Thank you, as you people know,
thank you, Gome.
I just graduated. I just finished school. I just had a new job. So,
yay!
Congratulations.
Everything is moving on well. It's just a question of time. Patience.
Absolutely. Patience, please. Yeah.
Very good. Congratulations.
As soon as I'm thinking of going to, I'll be very mobile to see Mark in Germany and the people in Belgium. I'll be visiting them frequently.
The man die for retirement.
Because now I only work and money, not
the man die for retirement.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next person.
Brother, I will still get 15 years of work.
Okay, let's move on to the next person. Stephen Mangwa, you're next. How's the family doing? Steve-O, unmute yourself.
But
I've noticed something. There is no need. Steve-O, before you speak. No, Steve-O, let me interrupt you. It's Echu speaking.
What?
Steve-O, it's Echu speaking. Steve-O.
Yes. Okay.
It's Echu speaking. Steve-O, you have always been present but not participated. You have always been present but not participatory, and it is a disturbance.
No, why is it? No, it's not. Please.
Why is it a disturbance?
No, he's listening and he's participating.
Leave the
by
man talk.
listening.
Now.
Go ahead, Steve.
Listen now.
Allah is let me make it talk. How?
Steve-O, go ahead.
Well, my family they fine. Everybody they fine with the.
Amen.
So no problem.
Good.
Okay.
We are doing all right.
All right. Glad to hear. Thanks, Steve-O.
Another thank you, man.
It's a Martin's conspiracy. Stop. Okay, I'm seeing Gwashi. You're next. You're muted. Please unmute yourself.
The glide.
No, I'm glad that it's going on very well. As you can see, as you can hear, I'm battling it out with the 5 years old at my age, so you can understand.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I have a 4-year-old too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Retirement benefit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thanks. I'm sure we're glad you're doing well and family's doing well. Carl, you're next.
Anyway, all okay. I'm home alone. Everybody's vacationing around there. So, but we're doing fine. The family is healthy, and we're okay. No problem. Thank you.
Okay. You don't say all the go chop sardine, or you leave them for your own.
Waka, now you like the Shania, not Sardina.
Then we'll find their stepmother.
Don't send them for your own, they go chop sardine.
Waka na Gesha, now is Sardine na Gesha.
Please, guys.
Waka na Gesha, Epa na Morocco.
Guys, please, we have 5 minutes. This meeting has to really end in 5. So let's be respectful of our mates.
President, we will respect Waka na Gesha, Epa na Morocco.
Okay. Nestik, you're next. Nestik, unmute yourself. Nestik, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm fine. Everybody is fine. My family. So there's no problem.
All right, thanks, Nestik. We're glad to hear you're fine and everyone's doing well. Hygienist, you're next. Unmute yourself.
Well, I was saying that it's always a joy for me to make this appointment, this monthly appointment, seeing everybody, hearing from everybody, sharing ideas, debating them. It's always so great. So we have not change to not one bit. Those who argue a lot in secondary school, they are still arguing a lot today. Yeah. Steve has always been a calm man. Nobody should disturb Steve. Please. St. Kitts boys are shy. So we should bear that in mind. Apart of maybe Pastor Itimo, so the rest they are all very, very shy. So coming back to my family, we are all doing very well. Very, very. The boys, the kids are they have run away from home. They are on holidays. So we are all like going through a quiet moment in the house. I had my sister-in-law from Senegal who visited us with her kids, but they have been here for 2 weeks now. They have moved out for the next spot with all the other children. So it's like my house, which was so noisy, now it's a little bit calmer, and we can have
small peace, you and madam.
Peace.
They don't give us space.
You like the tourists.
Yeah, they don't give us space. So but there's no danger. Nobody should be scared. No retirement. They would already hang boots always.
I think we like the tourists.
All right, that's good. Glad to hear that.
Thank you very much, everybody, for making the effort to be here monthly. You guys don't realize it, but it takes a lot of stress off our shoulders. So I'm very happy that we make the effort to be here.
I will leave the group. I got to go work.
Amen to that. Amen.
Now, I want to go. May talk one time before you go.
I'll go
work. Steven.
Steve already talk. That's okay. Steve, yes.
Right.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. And then,
thank you.
Mike Jongam, you're next. I don't see you on the screen now.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Everybody, my family are doing fine. So thank God. So everything is okay.
Okay, thanks, Mike. We're glad.
Mike, you shit.
Charlie? Charlie's next.
You shit.
Charlie, you're next.
No, we are doing fine. The most important thing we do for is serious work now. Serious. So that's why even that's why I be absent for last meeting. So we don't really start with all the absences, so we don't get down. So now we are really on it. No, we are doing fine.
Stories are flowing in now.
Yeah, they're flowing seriously.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well and you're back to work. And congratulations for winning the European Nations Cup.
Thank you.
Henry Naka, you're next.
Another second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't take my Corona vaccine, so I'm not fear about that one. You want to with that come. My family, all man, they fine.
All right.
You know, so I always drive. Last meeting, I know every day. Sometimes I drive on Sundays. And man, that's all. I'm just happy seeing everybody, you know. Yeah. I'm happy seeing maybe do something like Jackie. Hey, Echu.
Amen.
Boy, say girlfriend. Echu, call me.
Petit,
how?
Thanks, Naka. Thanks, Naka. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well and you know everything is all great. So we appreciate that. Andy Mangwa. Andy, unmute yourself.
And they start for Lake Victorious.
No trouble. And they don't forget the unmute.
Me and never you. I don't remember now. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I had big son that Victorious where it liquor.
Now you the chop clitoris. Well, with my second wife here, everything they fine.
Oh,
with the work they go well. It's just the
buy die na €5. Buy die.
Give die a cheap. I want to get out with my ex way and still fight war for get my 2 little children them back. So now the war that way, I don't know when I go win them, but
you go win them by the grace of God.
She run away with the children and go to Germany for marriage.
Papa never find Pekin. Na Pekin they find Papa.
No, me I never find that one, brother. You don't know my story.
You don't know my story.
You know
we don't know so you don't lost things.
Alois.
But don't worry.
You don't drink or how? Hang on.
No,
the man don't drink now.
I drink that tea. I drink that tea.
Okay, the man don't drink. Maybe talk.
Thanks, Andy.
Why you don't share that?
Guys, hang on a second. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Andy.
Okay, bro. That's all.
Okay, Alois, it's your turn now.
I don't vex. I need to talk.
No talk. Go sleep.
Oh, no, say
Let's
they
bring your
might not
memo.
tell me anything.
Another
Sleep.
wait, there's a comment. Today marks the 12 months since we suspended EPA.
Yes.
So in our next meeting, it should appear in the agenda.
Oh, it's already 12 months?
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Now for European agenda, not before national agenda.
No, we suspend 12 months exactly. We suspend EPA.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
From Europe.
In
Now
Europe.
Europe go bring
Europe
it
will
forward.
put it back.
Yes.
I put that Europe is not get meeting yesterday. When I say my talk, I did talk. If we go far for me, I did keep all record.
So you guys
We
should
don't
handle
suspend
that
EPA
and let us know.
12 months ago, and in our next agenda, Europe and international, it should appear on the agenda.
Europe. Don't mix things together.
It should be a Europe agenda.
Exactly.
Yes,
Now Europe agenda, Ichu.
I did talk. I told our president that I will say it today, and I'll put it in the agenda because I'm the secretary. So I have said it, and I'll put it in the agenda.
Okay.
Today marks the 12th and the month since we suspended EPA.
Okay.
And in our next meeting in Europe, it will appear on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Besides that, my penis is still very erected.
Very stupid. Foolish.
We can't
Taste one time.
All right. Thanks a lot. We
thank the president of the government.
Yeah.
This man.
All right. Reverend Jimbo, you're next.
Man will change.
Please.
This is everybody.
Guys,
My family and myself are all doing fine. My kids traveled a couple of states for vacation. They are back home with other nieces and nephews together. So my wife and I currently were in Florida. We are celebrating my wife's elder sister's birthday. So we've been here since Monday. We'll be going back tomorrow. So in your quiet moment, just pray for us as we travel back.
Amen.
Okay. Amen, Pastor.
Did you fly or did you drive?
Amen.
Good referendum.
I saw Pastor in a boat. Pastor, I saw you in a boat trip. The boat trip was very interesting.
That's in Florida Beach.
Yeah, I think Miami Beach.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, I'm the last one, so everything is fine. My family is doing well. My family in Cameroon is coming here on the 6th of September.
Yay!
So yes, Madam is bringing the two kids, and she's just going to be here for a month, and she has to go back. But the kids will stay here with me. I want them to go to school.
We are going to
Danny, you'll make another one later.
More Tannies,
more Danny bees.
All right, but that anything else anyone wants to add before?
Why not from Moki?
We don't hear about Alama Pio.
Moki, sorry. Go ahead, Moki.
No, Margo last year. No, I didn't. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine with the family. My in-laws are here visiting, so that's the reason why I'm in and out.
Okay.
Company. Yeah. We're doing fine though. Apart from the heat, we've had excessive heat here for the past almost 3 months now. So.
Mamma mia.
Yep.
Within Arizona.
Dakar will be coming down there in September. So hopefully we'll be there Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
Where?
Houston.
Oh, you go to Houston.
That's good. Waiting for you.
Yeah.
I got room for you.
Yep.
I said, I don't hear about Alama Pio. We don't hear about Alama Pio like anything because I have not heard anything. It don't run me now. It don't run me because I be like a bad brother for now. But
this is the thing.
I've heard anything.
Yes, I did. He called me, and I was very blunt. I told him that I was disappointed that last time we tried to help him, but he didn't take us on our offer. Because when he called me, he said that, he's decided now he wants to leave. And I'm like, what do you mean by you want to leave now? I said, we had talked about this before. You're just going around in circles. We talked about it last time. You said you were going to leave. We offered to pay for your trip, but you didn't take us on our offer. So what you're saying now to me doesn't make any sense. I said, until you have left the house and you're someplace else, before you can call me, but I'm very sorry. I'm not going to have this conversation.
He called me right after he spoke with you.
I was blunt about it.
He called me right after he spoke with you, and I explained to him the same thing, that everybody is ready to put the hands together to give him assistance. But there is something that we are expecting to see from him, which so far has not been forthcoming. He's not serious. So maybe I was not really blunt, but I put through the idea to him that the reason why people are hesitating right now is because they are not getting the reaction.
He's not serious.
Not serious, exactly.
Not serious.
So after that, I've only heard from him like once in a while through messages. I just check on him to see how you doing. I mean, he gives the same excuse. Well, I cannot leave. This my wife or this other. So it's the same thing. I noticed recently that his daughter graduated because he posted the pictures on Facebook. So there he was with the daughter, with the mother-in-law, and with the wife, I suppose. So maybe he's working on it somewhat. I don't know. After that, I've not really seen him again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's right away from me because they call it a woman rapper for his face. So.
So just very quick updates to those who are kind of wondering what we are saying. Just in the interest of transparency, we're talking about Alubwede Fred Makembe, our classmate. He's gone through some hard times, and just not to be very specific, but he reached out to us, and a few of us, I think Naka, Hyginus, Edimo, myself, who else? Am I missing anybody? I think
nobody.
And so we got together, we tried to be able to help him with the situation, and but he's just dragging his feet. I mean, because the situation is not, there are many of us who've gone through these things here. I went through a divorce. There are many of you who have gone through the same thing.
Even me now,
So I told him that it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I have 4 kids to my Indian wife, and I pay child support, but that's not the end of the world. I have a good job. I'm not worried about that. But I try to tell him, that these things happen even to the best of people in the world. You have to move on. You have to move on. You have to move on, because if you stay in there, you can kill yourself. Okay, you can die before.
Exactly.
Felix.
Yes, sir.
Felix, please.
If you don't talk it out, you can die really. Exactly.
Sorry, if you guys don't mind, I may have to leave. I have a couple of things that I want to do. I wish you all a wonderful month. We'll see you again next month.
Thanks very much.
Next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
So, anyways, that's the situation. So we're trying to help, but so things are. He's going through some very tough time, but that's the nutshell what's going on. All right. So I think that we have come to the end of our meeting. If there's nothing else, we need a motion for adjournment.
Okay.
Do you have a motion for adjournment?
Adjourned.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Okay.
Okay, so the meeting is officially adjourned. So, Secretary General, it's 4:09 Eastern Daylight Time, US time. So, which should be what time in Cameroon now? 9? No. Yeah,
9. 10 past 9 in Cameroon.
10. Okay. All right, guys. All right, bye bye. Have a great week, and
same to you guys.
Same to you.
Bye-bye. Okay, everyone.
Carl, we rest on you people. I'm waiting.
Yeah.